This one box can connect all of your smart home devices in one dashboard. It's called Home Assistant, and I'll show you how to set it up. So to start, you'll need a device that can run Home Assistant, and the easiest way to do this is with Home Assistant Green. This will be the brains of your system, and the good news is if you have any existing smart home devices, so things like TVs, lights, things like that, they'll already work with Home Assistant Green, and you don't need to get new smart home devices. Your Home Assistant Green comes with everything you need to get started. It has instructions, the box itself, an Ethernet cable, and a power cable. To get it up and running, just make sure you connect it to power and connect it to your router via the Ethernet cable. So once your Home Assistant Green is up and running, you'll want to create an account, and you can do this on the Home Assistant app either via the browser at the link on your screen or via your phone. I'll show you the browser route. Once you're in the app, you'll see a button that says Create My Smart Home. You'll click that button, add your details, and then from there, click Create Account. You'll choose your location and then decide if you want to send any data back to Home Assistant. I'll leave mine off. Click Next, and then you'll see any compatible devices that you already have on your network automatically load. Then you'll click Finish and land on your dashboard. Personally, aesthetics are really important to me, and when I first landed on this initial dashboard, it was a bit of a jump scare. But if you feel the same, don't worry. These dashboards are fully customizable, and I'll show how to set it up in a future video. For now, let's take a look around. Click on Settings and then Devices and Services. The first tab you'll see, Integrations, is exactly what it sounds like. So for example, if I had devices with Philips Hue, I could log in with that Philips Hue integration and pull in any devices that I have from Philips Hue to my Home Assistant. Then I can work with my Philips Hue bulbs, maybe my Samsung Frame TV, any other devices that I have, all in the same place. Moving over, devices are your actual hardware. So this would be, for example, that light bulb. And then entities are the details about those devices. So this could be something like the volume of your TV or the brightness of a bulb. All right, now that we've explored, let's try something really simple to make sure everything's working. Try taking a device that you already own, maybe it's a smart bulb, and turning it on from the dashboard. Seeing something turn on from the dashboard is the simplest way to know it's working, and it builds a foundation for everything else that you'll build. Now, the final step is to enable remote access. This is optional, but it'll allow you to access your Home Assistant when you're no longer connected to your home network. The simplest way to do this is through Home Assistant Cloud. This is run by the same people who build Home Assistant, and it's free for the first month. After that, it costs $6.50 per month, or $65 per year. Once you sign up for Home Assistant Cloud, you'll get a URL to use in your browser if you're not connected to your home network, and the app will automatically load your Home Assistant no matter where you are. And that's it. You've got Home Assistant set up and you're ready for your first automation. If this was helpful, hit subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this beginner series. We'll cover things like automations, custom dashboards, and more. Class is officially in session.